Hello students, welcome to the science class students. I hope you all are healthy and fine. So students, in the previous class in this chapter that is motion, we were started in talking about that of acceleration. Acceleration is what students? Before acceleration we have already seen that of the velocity. And what was velocity? Velocity is what? That is the an object which travel particular distance or covered a particular distance in an interval of a time, and that will happen in a specified direction, that is a velocity. Now this velocity keeps on changes by two ways, and that we have seen by increase in the speed or as well as in the direction. We have also seen that what is the basic difference between that of the speed and the velocity. So we all are knowing that the speed is what? It helps in giving the magnitude. Velocity always gives the magnitude, but both of them is not having equal magnitude always. Because if there is any change in the direction that we will see in case of the velocity, we will find that there will be change in the in that of the value of the velocity also. So we will say that speed and velocity is always not having the equal magnitude, always not having the same value. So what will be the condition, student, if the object is moving in a straight line? At that time, the value of the speed as well as that of the velocity, or we can say the magnitude of the speed and the velocity, will be equal. But if it is not moving in a straight line but changes the direction or again come back to the initial position, at that time the value of that of the magnitude of the speed and that of the velocity differ from each other. We have understood this concept, students, with the help of an example in which we have seen that if an object is moving a straight line, both of them having same value, but again if it will come back to its original position, its initial position, at that time the velocity will become 0 but the speed will have the value because it does not depend upon the direction. Moving on, students, we have started with that of the acceleration, and acceleration is what? Basically you have seen that the velocity keeps on changing with respect to time. And if the velocity keeps on changing, this will help in providing the acceleration. If a body is moving and its velocity keeps on changing, is increasing with respect to time, then we will say that there is a change in velocity, or we can say that the body is accelerating. So on the basis of that, we can define acceleration is what? It is defined as the change of velocity with respect to time. We have understood this concept also. We can represent it by acceleration is equals to change in velocity upon time taken. Now what is change in velocity? Change in velocity means earlier it was having some initial velocity, but after few interval of a time the velocity changes to another value. So there is a change in the velocity. It means it is having an initial velocity as well as having a final velocity. So we can say that the change in velocity is what? It is the final velocity minus initial velocity. So we can also write it like acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Now this acceleration, it is represented by final velocity, that is v, minus initial velocity, which is u upon t, that is time taken. Now we have also seen that there must be some change. It means the body must be accelerating. It means there must be some change in the value of the velocity. What will happen if the vehicle is moving with a uniform velocity? At that time there will be no change in the velocity. So initial and the final velocity will remain the same. And we know the formula to calculate the value of acceleration is a is equal to v minus u upon t. So here the final velocity will be 20 and the initial velocity will also be 20. Ultimately 20 minus 20 will be equals to 0. So the acceleration will becomes 0. So on the basis of that, we can say here that for a constant velocity the acceleration will becomes 0. For a constant velocity, acceleration will becomes 0. For a constant velocity, acceleration will becomes 0 here. So I hope you have understood the term acceleration. Now moving on, and we will try to understand uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration. So we have already seen what is a uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Now let us try to understand the uniform and a non-uniform acceleration. So uniform acceleration. What is a uniform acceleration? If uniform acceleration is what, students? Suppose if a body is moving in a straight line and there the velocity of the body keeps on increasing. At that time we will say that the body is accelerating. It means if an object is moving in a straight line and the velocity keeps on increasing, or equal amount of a velocity increases with respect to time, that will help in telling that the acceleration is what? That is a uniform acceleration. So on the basis of that, we can define the uniform acceleration, student, and that is a body has a uniform acceleration if it travels in a straight line, and its velocity increases, by equal amount, in equal interval of time. In equal interval of a time, that we will call as a body is having a uniform acceleration. It means if an object is moving in a straight line, why we are saying a straight line, students? Because here if it changes the direction, ultimately the velocity will changes. It will not going to move with that in equal amount, and the acceleration will not remains the uniform. So we can say here that if an object is moving with in a straight line and its velocity keeps on increasing with respect to time, or equal amount of a velocity increases. Remember that the velocity also increases with it. So if it is increases by equal amount in equal interval of a time, that is called as the uniform acceleration. So what are the things that we have seen in the definition? The first thing, the body should move in a straight line. The second thing, that velocity should increase by equal amount. It means the velocity is not remain constant, but it should increase with respect to time in equal interval of a time. That is called as the uniform acceleration. What are some of the examples on the basis of that we can say that a body is moving in a uniform acceleration? Remember, student, these kind of a question can be asked in a 1 or 2 marks, that what do you understand by the uniform acceleration, or explain it with the help of an example. So what kind of a different examples by which you can say that the body is moving with a uniform acceleration? So the first one is, that is the motion of a freely falling body. The motion of a freely falling body. So if an object is coming downward, that is a freely falling body, at that time the acceleration will be the uniform acceleration, because the velocity keeps on increasing at an equal interval of a time, and the movement is also a straight line. The second one is motion of a bicycle going, the motion of a bicycle going down the slope, going down the slope of a road, when the rider is not paddling. When the rider is not paddling, and wind resistance is negligible. Is negligible. Third one is, students, that is motion of a ball rolling down. The motion of a ball rolling down an inclined plane. So these are what, students, these are the few examples of the body which is showing the uniform acceleration. The first one is the motion of a freely falling body. So if suppose you are throwing a ball from a heighted place, then what happen? It will shows the motion, and a freely that will be a freely falling body. So that kind of a motion is the uniform acceleration. Second one, the motion of a bicycle which is going down towards the slope of a road, and at that time the cyclist, the rider, is not paddling, as well as there is no resistance, wind resistance is there in order to brake it, in order to stop that of the bicycle. So we can say here that if these things are negligible, then obviously then the motion of the bicycles which is going down that of the slope will be a uniform acceleration. As well as the motion of a ball which is rolling down an inclined plane. These are what? These are some of the example of a uniform acceleration, in which the body is moving in a straight line and it is covering a velocity by equal amount in an equal interval of a time. Let us see the non-uniform acceleration. That what is a non-uniform acceleration? Non-uniform acceleration. So non-uniform acceleration is what? In which the body is moving with or covering or is having the velocity with an unequal amount in an equal interval of a time. That is the non-uniform acceleration. So we can define here the non-uniform acceleration, that is a body has a non-uniform acceleration if its velocity increases by unequal amount in equal interval of a time. So body has a non-uniform acceleration if the velocity is increasing and the increase in the velocity occur by unequal amount in an equal interval of a time. That will be the non-uniform acceleration, students. Now you can see here in the example, if we will say a car which is running in a crowd, in a crowded city road. Changes the velocity, continuously. It means at some time you will find that the speed is quite, means the velocity is quite high, and sometimes you will feel it is very low. So basically the velocity is, it is unequal, the increase in the velocity is unequal, and ultimately this kind of a acceleration will be what? Non-uniform acceleration. So the first one is the uniform acceleration, and the one is the non-uniform acceleration. Okay. Now, before we go and try to understand another concept of the acceleration, what kind of a graph is there? Do not get worried about the graph. Yes, the acceleration, uniform or non-uniform acceleration, shows the, it can be represented with the help of a graph. So, in case of a uniform acceleration, students, it will be a straight line. Okay, it will give us a straight slope. Slope will be straight. And in case of a non-uniform, it will give us a curved slope. And that we will going to study later. So, the velocity time graph for a body having uniformly acceleration or uniform acceleration is a straight line. Okay, why? The velocity time graph for a body having non-uniform acceleration is a curved line. So it will be a curved line because it is moving with an unequal amount of, the velocity keeps on increasing with an unequal amount, and that is why there is a difference in the graph also. Moving on, and we will see the another topic which is related to the acceleration. So we have seen the two type of acceleration. The first one is the uniform acceleration. The second one is the non-uniform acceleration. But there is another kind of acceleration, students, that we will find, which is called as the negative acceleration or retardation. So, negative acceleration or retardation. Negative acceleration or retardation. How can we define the negative acceleration, students? So, basically, there are two types of acceleration is there. One is the positive acceleration and another one is the negative acceleration. If the velocity keeps on increasing with respect to time, that will be what? That will be the positive acceleration. But if the velocity keeps on decreasing with respect to time, that will be what? That will be the negative acceleration. So, we can write it here, that is there are types of acceleration. So basically there are two types of acceleration, students, and that is positive acceleration and negative acceleration. Positive acceleration and negative acceleration. What is the basic difference between these two? So if we talk about the positive acceleration, this is what here the velocity keeps on increasing with respect to time. Keeps on increasing. While in case of the negative acceleration, the velocity keeps on decreasing. Velocity keeps on decreasing with respect to time. So this is the positive and negative acceleration. On the basis of that, we can define here that if a body is moving, or if the velocity of the body decreases at with an equal amount in an equal interval of a time, that we will call as the negative acceleration. In place of the negative acceleration, we use another term for it, and that is called as retardation. So you can use either negative acceleration or you can call it as a retardation. So let me define that of the retardation, and I will tell you this retardation process with the help of the example. Then how can we say that the body is retarding? So we can write it here, that is retardation or we can say a body is said to be retarded, if its velocity is decreasing. Now we have understood here few things. Let me remind you. The first thing that we have understood, student, that was acceleration. Acceleration is what? In which the velocity of the body keeps on changing with respect to time, that is acceleration. Now acceleration includes the uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. And in both of them, we have seen here one thing, that the velocity is increasing. It means both of them are actually showing the positive acceleration, right? So the positive acceleration includes the uniform and non-uniform both. Negative acceleration includes the retardation only. In a uniform acceleration, we will include that the velocity increases by an equal amount in an equal interval of a time, that is the uniform acceleration. And the velocity increases by an unequal amount in an equal interval of a time, that will be a non-uniform acceleration. Retardation is nothing but it is the same like that of acceleration, but here only the difference, there is a change in the velocity, but the velocity is not increasing. Although again I am telling you, it is not a constant velocity. Velocity is not zero here. Velocity is changing, but the velocity is changing in a opposite manner. It means it is continuously decreasing. So the question arises that what will be its value? So there will be no change in finding the value of the retardation. It will be same. Instead of writing it a retardation, we will again use it and use the term that is acceleration. So you can write it here, that is retardation is also the same thing, that is change in velocity upon time taken. What about the SI unit of the retardation? it will be the same, that is meter per second square. You can see here the acceleration SI unit is also meter per second square. Retardation value is also, SI unit is also the same. Then what will be the basic difference? I will explain you with the help of an example. There will be no change, only the sign will change. It means there will be a minus charge, we will add a minus charge, we will include a minus charge to the result of the retardation. So if suppose we know that acceleration is equals to v minus u upon t, where v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity and t is the time taken. So if suppose the body is moving with the initial velocity that was equals to 50 meter per second. It is the velocity, that's why I have written meter per second only. And the final velocity, after a few interval of a time, it decreases the speed and the speed decreases to 30 meter per second. And the change in the velocity happens in 2 seconds. So what will be the acceleration? Nothing. You simply have to put the value here. So value will be v. Final velocity is 30. So 30 minus. Initial velocity is 50 upon 2. Now it will be 30 minus 50. So obviously we will minus it by the minus 50 only. So 50 minus 30 will be equals to 20 upon 2. But you know that since the higher value is having a negative sign, so we will put a minus here. So it will be minus 20 upon 2. This will be equals to minus 10 meter per second square. So the value that we get of this acceleration, it is in minus. And this is what I am explaining, that this is what it is, the negative acceleration. And this basically happens when the velocity decreases. Suppose a car is moving with the 50 meter per second with the initial velocity, and finally it stops. It comes to rest. So when it comes to rest, at that time the velocity will become 0. Because right now it is not moving, it is not covering a distance. So if it is not covering a distance, automatically the velocity, the speed will become 0. So here the final velocity will be 0 if the body comes to rest. If the driver supplies the brake and car stops. At that time also, now putting the same value, here it will be 0 minus 50 upon 2. So this will be equals to minus 50 upon 2. That will be equals to minus 25 meter per second square. So you can see here that if the speed is decreasing, the velocity is decreasing, if the driver applies the brake, if the object comes to rest, at that time the acceleration will be not the positive acceleration, but it will becomes the negative acceleration. So this is the basic difference between that of the positive and the negative acceleration. Okay. Likewise, if suppose just opposite to that, means suppose the body was initially moving with the 20 meter per second and finally it reaches to 30 meters per second and the time taken for it is 1 second only. So at that time final is 30, initial is 20 upon 1. So this will be equals to 10 meter per second square. Now since the final velocity is a smaller value, that is why there will be no negative sign, we will going to include it, and ultimately this will be what? This will be the positive acceleration. Okay, so I hope you have understood the concept of the negative and the positive acceleration. This is quite important, students, because the retardation, many times the numericals which is related to retardation key. So at least you should aware about the concept, what is retardation, what is negative acceleration, what is the positive acceleration, what is the uniform or the non-uniform acceleration. Remember that if the final velocity is more as compared to initial velocity, at that time the result will be the positive acceleration. But if the initial velocity is more and the final velocity is less, at that time the value that we will get, it will gives the negative sign, it will gives the negative acceleration. Thus that will help in telling, because the final velocity is less, it means the speed is decreasing, the velocity is decreasing. And if the velocity is decreasing, it will comes to the retardation. So this is about the acceleration, negative and positive acceleration. Okay, so this is the negative acceleration or retardation.